Just how fair is the Overwatch 2 Battle Pass? And what is its true cost? Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Stylosa. What we're going to do in this video is break down the actual monetization plan of the Battle Pass, and I'm going to show you how that will impact you as a player and what this will actually cost you. And is this a good or a bad thing? Is this fair? Or is it maybe not fair? Well, let's go into detail because there's a lot to cover in this video. So the first place we're going to start is here. This is the official Overwatch 2 Season 1 graphic. Now, the seasons last for 2 months. Every season has a new Battle Pass, so you will need to buy or earn the Battle Pass for subsequent seasons, although it's not possible to actually earn the Battle Pass for every season playing free every other season or every season. This will make sense in a second when I get to some figures and break it all down for you guys. Anyway, there is another way Overwatch is going to sustain itself, and you can see this in the bottom right-hand corner of this image. It is the new bundles weekly in the in-game store. There is a store, and we've not seen any official documentation about this just yet beyond this, but we know there's a store, and this will be the other way Overwatch will attempt to make money using the Overwatch coins, where you'll be able to spend them in the store on specific bundles. I think this is very similar to a lot of ways other Battle Passes function. Okay, let's take a look at the cost of this Battle Pass. Now, it costs 1,000 Overwatch coins. That is the premium currency, and there are 2 ways of earning this premium currency. You can buy it directly, or you can complete weekly challenges that are limited to a certain number, because there's a certain number of weeks in a Battle Pass that come out to a number of 540 coins. But we'll get onto this in a second, so don't remember those figures just yet, but we will cover this again because it will become very clear the way this is designed and how, well, how it works. So what do you get for the free tier of the Battle Pass? Kiriko is available at tier 55 or level 55. I do have some information on how long that will take to grind as well. We'll get onto that in a second. 2 legendary skins, 2 weapon charms, 2 souvenirs, 1 highlight intro, and 15 additional items, things like sprays, emotes, etc. The paid tier contains immediate access to Kiriko, and also will be immediate access to any other new hero when they are in a Battle Pass. Now remember, the new heroes alternate. There'll be a hero 1 month, there'll be a map, then there'll be a hero, there'll be a map, there'll be a hero. That's the kind of way they're going, with the exception being Season 1 and Season 2, because there's Kiriko for Season 1, and then there's another hero in Season 2. However, you will also get a 15% XP Battle Pass boost, 1 Mythic skin, which is a big thing, by the way, because that Mythic skin, they 100% could have thrown that into the store and charged silly money for it, very similar to the way Apex does for skins and Fortnite and things like that. But actually, they've put it in the Battle Pass, and that to me is a major sort of siren going off in my head, or alarm, not a warning as such, but it's saying, look, we want people to buy the Battle Pass. That is our main monetization thing here. So we're going to push people towards that. And the question is, how much will this make Blizzard of the Year and all of that stuff? But we'll get onto that in a second. Anyway, 1 Mythic skin, 5 legendary skins, 2 epic skins, 3 play of the game intros, 4 weapon charms, 3 emotes, 3 souvenirs, 6 poses, 6 name cards, 8 player icons, 11 voice lines, and 12 sprays. Before we move on, I just want to quickly talk about this Cyber Demon Genji skin. This is a fantastic skin. It is by far the best skin in the entirety of Overwatch that's ever been made. Even if you don't like the design of it, you have to appreciate the complexity of this skin. The fact that it's modular, it's got all these crazy effects on it. It looks absolutely insane to me. It would have been very easy for Blizzard to have monetized this. Now, there could have been a world in which Blizzard sell heroes in the store, sell this skin in the store, and maximally monetize in that way. That would have been horrifically bad, and the outrage, I think, from the community would have been unbearable. So I think there comes a point where they couldn't do that. However, heroes themselves are a massive draw, and locking them in the Battle Pass creates all kinds of issues, and I will never be a fan of this. However, let me show you why they've done it. When asked about why Blizzard is putting heroes in the Battle Pass in the first place, Overwatch General Manager Walter Kong said, well, heroes are the single most engaging content that we have in the game. And as we designed this model, it seemed to be a very strong fit to put those heroes into our new engagement systems. Now, in plain English, this means, as I've kind of covered in a bunch of videos before, Heroes are the major selling point of Overwatch, so it is very easy to monetize them. So wherever you put the hero monetization is where you're going to drive most monetization. And what Blizzard have decided to do here is put them into the Battle Pass. That drives Battle Pass monetization. That's what they're going for here. Now, I still think this is a very sort of cheap and easy way of monetization. I think Blizzard could have done other things, loads of other things. I really don't think locking core gameplay components in the Battle Pass is the way forward. It'll never be the way forward in my mind. Instead, they should have focused on more enhanced customization systems and reasons for you to pick the Battle Pass up beyond, oh, there's a new hero in it, which is, as I said, it's kind of like the cheap and the easy way to do it. But that's straight from the horse's mouth there. That is exactly why they're doing it, because they know wherever the hero monetization goes, that's where the monetization flow of the player base will be. And they want that flow to be in the Battle Pass. So this is the Battle Pass itself. And you will notice here, it shows you a bunch of levels at the bottom of the screen. You've got level 1, level 2, level 3, and this keeps going up and up and up. And eventually this will get to level 55, which will show you Kiriko. Now you will notice on this screenshot, you can see Premium, level 1, Kiriko available straight away. That's because this is the Premium Battle Pass. However, well, it would be the Premium Battle Pass. I don't think they've upgraded it on this screen, but essentially it's showing you that if you did have Premium, you would get Kiriko at level 1. However, if you don't, you will get this screen, which shows you, well, level 55. That's what you're waiting for. That's what you need to grind for. Now, the big question is, how long does this take to grind? If you want to spend no money on this game and purely play free-to-play, how long will it take? So this is what John Spector, the commercial lead, says. So the first really important thing to note here is the way that we've built all of these systems. You're really talking about, I have 35 heroes already. What happens when Hero 36 comes out? A lot of free-to-play games and games that ask players to unlock their characters in them, you start out with 5 of the 20 characters, something like that. A question about how long does it take to get all of the heroes? When we think about the tuning there, the reason why we put her at tier 55 on the free track instead of tier 80 was that we really do want our players to unlock these heroes, which I will say, guys, if they did want that, they'd be much lower. They wouldn't be level 55. Anyway, we're not trying to put them far out of reach or make it really hard for typical players to get there. Essentially what they're doing is, you know, they're using it as a carrot, right? It's halfway down the Battle Pass. Oh, maybe I can grind to that. And then maybe you grind the rest of the Battle Pass and maybe you buy the Battle Pass, etc., etc. I'll always view these tactics as kind of insidious. It's like I said, I don't think I will ever agree with heroes being in the Battle Pass. I just never will, because you're locking core gameplay components away and it's just not great. Anyway, what that actually looks like and what we've used some of the existing data that we have on Overwatch 1 players to do this tuning, is that if you are a more hardcore player and you're playing a lot of Overwatch 2 with the goal of unlocking Kiriko as fast as possibly can, you'll get there within the first few weeks before we move her into competitive ranked play. Now, that's the first mention we've had of the 2-week competitive lock for new heroes being there to allow people to grind out Kiriko before comp starts instead of just buying the premium pass. However, it does say a more hardcore player, you know, you're going to be playing a lot there. And what is a hardcore player? What is a casual player? These are the ultimate questions. He also goes on to say, on the more we don't have a typical player, there's no average Overwatch player, but the more average player we expect to unlock new heroes a little bit later on in the season, but to be able to get there well before our season ends. Then, in future seasons, for someone who joins Overwatch 2 later or didn't play to progress their Battle Pass in the season when the hero came out, we'd also offer free challenges for those players to go in and unlock heroes in future seasons if they like. Okay, so listen, the final line there saying, like, the new heroes, when the Battle Pass finishes, will be unlockable through challenges in future seasons, which, you know, is nice. They could have more aggressively monetized that, although I do believe heroes will still be buyable directly in the store when their season is over, in case people don't want to grind. So let's talk about Overwatch coins. This is the premium currency, and it comes in 5 different varieties. So you get 500 coins for $5. Now, I don't know what the regional pricing of this is, but I'm in the UK, so that'll be £5 in the UK. the 1,000 coins will be 10 quid, or $10. That's just generally the way it works. But I don't know about regional pricing just yet. However, you get 1,000 coins for $9.99. You get 2,200 coins for $19.99. And remember, 2,200 is the price of the Battle Pass boost. So there's a $20 Battle Pass option. There is the 5,700 for $50. And then there is the 11,600 for $100. Okay, that's the coins. Now, you can also earn these using this. This is the weekly challenge system, and this is the way of getting the coins for free. So this is when we move into the part of the video which covers the cost of this battle pass and what you can get out of it if you put time into it. Now, what we've got here are some examples of weekly challenges, but the key thing to take away here is on the right hand side, which shows you the amount of coins you are able to earn. So you've got 30 coins there, you've got 20 coins, you've got 10 coins. This equals 60 coins. So the question is, what does this actually amount to per season? The answer is 540 coins if you complete all challenges in a season. That's how many free, and I'm using the word free very lightly here because this requires playing the game. You have to complete challenges, and a lot of the challenges are win 10 games, do that kind of thing. So there is a considerable time investment in this. You can get 540 coins. That is not 1,000 coins, which means you can't buy the battle pass. Now, it's also a nice number because it's 540. It's not 500, because if it was 500, you could then go to the store, buy 500 coins exactly, and then you have 1,000, and then you could buy the battle pass. It's 540, so you're always going to have coins left over. Again, that's something that's always happening in free-to-play games. They want to incentivize you to go, oh, well, I've got 30 coins left. I can't buy anything with this, so I may as well buy another pack. That's the way they roll. Anyway, 1,000 coins is what you need for the battle pass. So what does this translate to in terms of what is achievable for a purely free-to-play account that spends no money in this game? So this is the roadmap, and the roadmap shows us what they intend to do. New hero every other month, however, with the exception of Season 1 and Season 2. Seasons last 2 months, 540 earnable coins each season. This means completing all challenges for coins, you'd need to spend $30 a year to unlock all premium battle passes. That is the key monetization of the Overwatch 2 battle pass. What this means is, if you come into this game free to play and you play solidly through the first season, you don't pay for anything. You will get 540 coins. Season 2 begins. There is a new hero in Season 2. You cannot access this hero at the moment, but you've got 540 coins. So you think, well, actually, if I just buy another 500 pack, then I can just get the battle pass. That's what they're trying to go for. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. This is how these things work. But in the real world, this means you cannot, as a free-to-play account, get access to the items in the premium battle pass for free. You will have to spend money. So what does this translate into? What this does is it turns dedicated players, and what I mean by this is players that grind the battle pass to completion, grind all of the weekly challenges for all of the currency, turn them into $30 a year. That's what's happening here, because you still need to spend $30 a year to get access to all of the premium battle passes. Now, there is a lot of philosophical questions around this. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Now, you know what, guys? I'm just going to come out and say this. Free-to-play has got a lot of benefits because free-to-play brings more players to the game, and it is sort of the way modern gaming is funded when it's a game as a live service, as in the case of Overwatch 2. But for me, it's easier for me to rationalize this in my head of, oh, well, actually, it's only $30 a year if I want all of this stuff. However, it's not, right? And this is where it kind of falls apart. It's $30 a year if you're playing the game an absolute ton, hundreds of hours, hundreds and hundreds of hours, most likely, to unlock all of those battle passes to completion, to do all of those challenges. If you wanted to buy all of this, it's more expensive. If you're going up to, let's say you're buying the battle pass every season and you're spending $10 a season, well, that's $60 a year. That's maybe not that bad. It's definitely not that bad if you compare it to the price of a boxed game. Many of us buy games. I buy games all the time. Games are like $70 now, or £69.99, and you play those games for a week and you put them down. So there is a good deal here, really, that you're going to get from Overwatch. Still, I don't want to pass judgment just yet, because I think this is something which we need to let settle a little bit, and we need to sort of see how people react to this. And I want to know how you guys react to this. And I hope this video has been very informative, because what I've tried to do is break this down in as much detail as I can. I know it's a pretty substantial video, but I wanted to just kind of get as granular as we can and look at this and look at what they're trying to do with the Battle Pass and go over some of the decisions that they've made. You know, these decisions of using the hero as the main monetization driver, but then, which I think is terrible, but then on the flip side going, well, actually, we won't just put the hero in the store so you have to buy it. We'll make it attainable for free, although which is a good thing, but then we'll put pretty, you know, hefty grind on it, which is a bad thing. So it's like there's good, there's bad, there's good, there's bad. It's not, this is the greatest battle pass I've ever seen in my life, but it's not, this is the worst battle pass I've ever seen in my life. It is a complex subject, I think, guys, and I think this is going to be more difficult for players who are old Overwatch players to adjust to this in some ways than it would be players who are coming straight into the game as free to play. Although one thing I will say, and they did touch on this, John Spector touched on this in the Eurogamer quote that I showed, they do not lock any heroes for free-to-play accounts. And that, to me, is a massive win, because there maybe could have been a world where they went that way and they turned the game into League of Legends and just... I mean, imagine if you had 5 heroes playable and that was it, because you were free-to-play, and then they were trying to like make you buy fast passes to unlock the heroes. They could have gone down that path. I would never have agreed with that, because that is horrifically bad. The game is about freedom of choice, I would say, in a lot of ways. But anyway, all right, guys, thank you for listening to this video. As ever, I will do my best to bring you news and updates when it comes to Overwatch 2. There is a lot going on at the moment, so do expect more content coming to the channel. But yeah, I just wanted to take a deep dive on the Battle Pass and just have a look at it with the information we've got available at the moment and try and work out what this would cost us as players. And is it a good or a bad Battle Pass? Let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I have been Stylosa, and I will catch you lovely, lovely lot on the next video. See you soon.